Hi, my name is Shannon McDaniel with the YMCA, and we'll be doing a yoga flow class today. Just be mindful first of your awareness of your surroundings, just making sure that you have plenty of space on and around your mat for our practice today. I do have a block and a strap. If you have a block and a strap, you can have that ready by your mat for our practice. If not, that's okay. If you don't have a strap and you'd like to use one just for help for your flexibility, at home you can always use a towel, any sort of long rope, just to give you that extension that you may need for any of the stretches that we will do. As far as a block, if you're practicing anywhere in your home that you need a little more elevation from the floor, coffee tables are nice, your couch, just anything that gives you, again, that extra extension from the ground so that you can help support your body as you're opening up into our poses today. So we'll begin in a comfortable seated position, and that can be anything that allows you to sit up tall, to open up your hips. I'm going to be in a half lotus seated. So we want to make sure that we're starting to ground down from our hips and our knees. And as we inhale, we want to lengthen up through our spine, drawing from the crown of the head, and then relaxing the shoulders and the hands. And you can keep your eyes open or closed, but before we begin our asana practice, we want to make sure that we start to focus in on our breath. So we're going to take in full breaths, expanding our diaphragm, our ribs, our chest. And as you exhale, allow the breath to go out through the nose, contracting all the way back down through the diaphragm. So we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. As each breath in, try to sit up a little bit taller. And as you exhale, as the breath flows down, continue to drop the shoulders, ground the hips, and relax the knees away from the body. Bring mindfulness to your face, keeping your forehead, your cheeks, and your jaw relaxed throughout class. You want to keep a softness in the face, just allowing the breath to flow in and out. On your next breath in, let's reach the arms up, extending the spine. Take your gaze up to the fingertips. And exhale, draw the energy down, relax the shoulders. Deep breath, reach up. And exhale down. Let's do one more inhale. And exhale. Keep reaching actively through the fingertips, lengthen your spine, draw the shoulders down and back. We'll rotate out, turning the palms up toward the ceiling, and bring your chin toward your chest. Continue breath in and out through the nose. And we'll bring the right ear toward the right shoulder, actively reaching through the left fingertips. Deep breath, opening your chest. I'm going to feel a stretch, lengthening through the neck, down the shoulders, all the way out through the fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Bring the chin back to center. Keep actively reaching through those fingertips, grounding down from your shoulders, your hips, your knees. And take the left ear toward the left shoulder. Active reach through those right fingertips. Deep breath in and out. One more breath here. Gently bring it back to center. Soften the arms down. Inhale, reach up, extending the spine. As you exhale, twist to your right, crossing the knee and bringing the right hand behind the back. Lengthen your spine. Let your gaze look past the shoulder where you can. And again, breathing in. We want to make space in between our ribs, expanding with every breath. In and out. Inhale, extend the spine, ground the feet, the hips, the knees. Exhale, twist to your left. We're going to cross the knee. Lengthen the spine before you twist. Let your gaze look past the body. Deep breath. Anytime we're in a twist, we feel tighter. Actively breathe to open the body up. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, release the arms behind the back. Anywhere you can to lengthen, draw the shoulders down, gaze down to the ground. Inhale, extend up. I'm going to exhale, reach over to your right side, grounding the hand, lengthen, reaching through the fingertips. And we want to try to keep the hip to the knee away from the body as you extend the arm overhead. Just relax your head if it feels good to look down or in the center, or you can take your gaze up. Inhale, extend, reach up tall to center. Exhale to your left, grounding the hand, pushing down from the hip and the knee to extend the stretch. Good deep breath up and exhale forward. Now here's where you can use your block, a pillow, reaching toward your couch or a table. So you're just bringing the hands wherever you can down to the ground and then sinking over the hips a little bit more. Soften the shoulders, the weight of your head. Heavy breaths over the hips. Slowly start to roll up. Take your time. Coming back into a neutral position. Rolling the shoulders back. Relaxing the arms. And we'll take our time extending the legs from whatever seated position you're in. Pressing out from the heels. Maybe rotate the ankles. Bringing some energy and blood flow back into the legs. And then we'll take our time coming into a tabletop. Now, being mindful to your knees, you can always roll up your mat, so you can double your mat up. You can always put a blanket or a pillow underneath the knees if you need a little extra support. Coming into our tabletop, you want to stack the body, wrists to shoulders, knees and hips, and then we're going to pull. We're tucking in from our belly button, but keeping our back nice and flat. So you can have your feet grounded or your toes dug in, whatever feels better for your body. Staying in this nice neutral position, we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale out. On your next inhale, start to look up, coming into our cow, opening the throat. As you exhale, start to tuck the core back in, draw up through the back, tuck your chin to cats. Keep moving with that breath. Inhale, looking up, expanding. Exhale, curl the spine, tuck in. Deep breath, open up. And exhale out. Get 2 more breath cycles, moving at your pace, holding the pose at the top or the bottom. I always like to hold my cat just a little bit longer. 1 more deep breath up. Exhale out. We get back to neutral, still engaging the core. So never let the core relax here. We're still pulling in, supporting the spine and the low back. We extend the right leg out, pressing through the heel. And we're gonna pull the knee in, hovering the knee to the side. So from here, we're gonna open up into a hydrant, taking the knee away from the body to open the hip. You're gonna bring it back in and press it back out. So you're pulling in through the core, opening to the side. So we're just strengthening the outside of the hip right here. Do 1 more. Exhale to tuck, open up, bring it back to center. And as we press out, we're going to start to rotate away from the body, open up the hip. You can keep your right hand grounded here, or start to reach through the fingertips. And we're going to come into a modified half moon, extending the spine. The gaze can stay down, or challenging your balance, you can start to take your gaze up toward the fingertips. So we're opening the chest, the hip, engaging the back, flexing through the feet, active energy, opening the body toward the ceiling. We'll take 1 more deep breath in, and exhale, bring the hand back down, squaring the hips, coming back into your neutral spine and tabletop. We'll open up the hips here, bringing the hips back to your heels, extend the spine into child's pose. Just rest the knees and the shoulders, active reach through the fingertips, relax your head. Inhale, slowly come back to tabletop and aligning the body, activating the core. We'll inhale, extend the left leg, opening up the hips. Keeping our balance here, we're gonna tuck. We're gonna pull the knee in and then press away. Bring it back to center and then press back out. And this continuous movement with breath, strengthening the outside glute and opening up the hips. 1 more here. Pressing away, pulling back in. This time as you extend, we're gonna start to rotate our weight to the right side of the body, taking the weight out of the left hand. You can stay here, or actively as you open your hips, start to reach the arm up, coming into our modified half moon. Option to take the gaze up toward the fingertips. We're pushing away from the ground as we're actively reaching from the shoulder, from the hip, through the fingertips. Steady breath. And 1 more inhale. Exhale, slowly bring the hand back down, square the hip, and come back to tabletop, neutral spine. Inhale, look up to cow. Exhale to cats. Neutral spine. Exhale. We'll take a breath, reach the left arm up, again, opening up the chest. And then we'll thread the needle. So we'll be taking our left arm down to the shoulders. So bending through. Once you ground the hand, take your gaze to the right, relax the side of your head. Now our right hand here can stay grounded. You have options, maybe reaching the arm out over the ear for a deeper stretch. You can reach the arm up, again, taking your gaze to the fingertips. You can also take a half bind, reaching the arm behind the body into the left hip.
So this is whatever feels best for you and your body. Focus is the twist. Opening up through the chest, we'll feel a stretch through the upper back. So long, deep, sinking breath. Relaxing with each exhale. Take one more breath here. And slowly press back, coming into your tabletop, neutral spine. Inhale the right arm up, opening the chest, taking the gaze up. Oh, exhale to thread the needle. Again, bending the elbow as needed to tuck, drawing the shoulder in the side of the head. Using the left hand to gently press away. That's going to pull from the upper back, that deltoid across the body. Relaxing the head, you can press away. You can take the arm and extend it. You can reach up. Whatever feels best for you, reach back. Option for the half bind to the hip. Slow, deep breaths. So you're wanting to make space in the twist. Each inhale, expanding all the way through the ribs into our chest. Inhale to extend up. Exhale, slowly take your time, coming back to neutral. I'm going to dig in the toes. Activate the core, open the heart so we don't want to round here. We're expanding, pushing the eyes and the elbows forward, and keeping the core active. We're going to take the knees just off the ground. Building heat. Continue to breathe in and out. 2 more deep breaths. Core is active. 1 more breath. Keeping the knees bent, start to lead from the hips, pressing back to a bent knee, downward dog. Bringing the head in neutral, ears between the arms, hips are high. So we're going to slowly start to straighten those legs, pressing out through the hips, adjusting your feet as needed. Pull the knees back in. And then bring it back to that hover tabletop, drawing the shoulders forward. Take a deep breath. Press back to bent knee, downward dog. Inhale to hover tabletop, and if you need to, you can always bring the knees down to the ground. Exhale, press back. Inhale forward. Exhale back, this time straightening the legs, pressing into your downward dog. Softening the weight of the head, and just opening up the body, whatever feels best for you. I like to tread water here, bending one knee, pressing the opposite heel down and back. Press both heels toward the ground. We're going to take our gaze forward. Start to walk your feet to your hands as much as you can. Coming into a forward fold. Draw the weight toward the thighs, the crown of your head toward your feet. And if you're really tight in those hamstrings and low back, you can always bend your knees a lot here because we want the weight of the body to fold down. Let's grab our elbows, drawing the weight of the upper body a little closer to the ground. Make sure you're tucking your chin to chest, letting the weight of the head pull down as well. And that'll also keep the neck lengthened as we pull the head in. Relax the arms, inhale to a flat back, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold, curl the spine down. We're gonna bend the knees a lot, taking the weight to the heels and slowly roll up, just like a cat back. We're tucking our hips, we're curling up through the spine, down from the shoulders, coming into a neutral position, into our mountain pose. So mountain, shoulders down and back, keeping our feet about hip height, lengthen the spine. Just taking some deep breath in and out. Get 2 more. On this next breath, reach the arms up. Exhale to your right for a side bend. You're bringing the right hand down to take the stretch a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center, soft knees. Exhale to your left. Deep breath up. And we're going to twist the arms, looking past the right shoulder. Try to keep the hips forward as you reach back through the arms. Relax the shoulders down from your ears. Inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale, twist. Hips stay forward, active reach through the arms, expanding the chest. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades. Deep breath up. And a swan dive down, hinging from the hips. Bend the knees as needed. Curl the spine at the bottom, chin to chest. Halfway lift. Exhale to plank. So we can modify here as needed. Stack the shoulders first, lengthen the spine. Modification, you can drop the knees, keeping the chest open. We'll exhale to chaturanga. Take a deep breath up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward dog, lengthen the spine. We'll take 3 deep breaths here as we continue to stretch and open up the body. Inhale the right leg up to 3-legged dog. Hips are squared, steady breath. I'm going to inhale, reach the leg a little higher. As you exhale, we're going to pull the knee in, coming to plank. You're going to curl the spine like a cat back. Modification, you can take the knee down to tabletop. Inhale, lengthen back to 3-legged dog. Exhale to tuck. Modify to full. Deep breath up. And this time we're going to step through to a low lunge. So we're still using the core to step through, stacking the knee, lengthening the spine. Again, you can use a block here or something in front of you to stack your body, taking some weight out of the legs. But we want to make sure that we're stacking the knee, keeping the hips squared, pressing back through the left heel. We're going to ground the left hand down to a block, the ground, something that allows you to prop up. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Let your gaze follow the fingertips. Deep breaths in and out. As you inhale, reach back a little bit more. Exhale the right hand down. Inhale, take the weight out of the feet. Exhale back to plank. Full modified, lengthening the spine to chaturanga. Deep breath up. Exhale back. 3 full breaths in your downward dog. And from downward dog, you can always take a child's pose. Inhale the left leg high, 3-legged dog. Hips are squared. Take a breath to lift. Exhale, pull the knee in. An option to modify, we can bring the knee down, and that's gonna let you tuck a little bit more through the knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to tuck. Deep breath up. This time we'll step through using the core to low lunge. Take a deep breath to lengthen the spine. I'm gonna ground the right hand under the shoulder to the block or propping it up higher, and take a deep breath, open the left side of the body. Gaze will follow the fingertips. Inhale, open and reach. Exhale, back down. Take a breath, lifting the left heel. Exhale to plank. Take a deep breath in to chaturanga. Big breath up. And exhale back. 3 deep breaths in our downward dog. Inhale, extend the right leg to 3-legged dog. We're gonna step through to warrior one, using the core to step through. Take a breath as you rise. So right knee is stacked, and we want a slight press and angle out from our left foot, but we're still actively trying to square our hip forward. So warrior one, a shorter stance than our warrior two. Be mindful of the hips, tucking in the tailbone to stretch the hip flexors and keep the spine long. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. Inhale, reach up and back to open the heart. Exhale to warrior two. So we're gonna open our stance a little bit deeper and keeping the right knee stacked, but opening up the energy from the hips. Active reach through the fingertips. Deep breath all the way up through the chest. Take a breath to reverse, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale to plank. Stepping the right foot back, fully modified. Take a deep breath in to chaturanga. Breath up and back. 3 full breaths in your down dog or child's pose. Active stretch. Inhale, lengthen through the left leg. As you exhale, step through to warrior one. Take a breath as you rise. Steady breath at the top. Again, stacking the knee, tucking the hips. Active reach through the fingertips. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, open deeper to warrior two. So we're taking a deeper stance. Palms can be up or down, but actively drawing the shoulders back. We're still tucking in the hips, keeping the spine long. Take a breath, reverse the warrior, active reach. Exhale, step to plank, left foot back. Take a deep breath in, to chaturanga. Breath up and back. 3 full breaths. Keep stretching, lengthening the spine, drawing the hips, knees and heels back and down. Let's keep our feet grounded. Bend the knees as needed. Start to walk your hands to your feet into forward fold. Softening the knees, the shoulders, and your head. Taking an active tuck of your chin toward your chest. We'll grab the elbows here, drawing the weight down. Full breath. Sink into the exhale. So deep breath in. Exhale, relax. 2 more. Relax the arms. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, slowly start to roll up, tucking, take your time at your pace, bringing the body back into neutral. Staying in our neutral pose, we're going to come into mountain, allowing the hips, the feet to stack. So just be mindful, we're going to do some balancing here. If you need the wall, you can always go to the wall or a chair. That's a nice prop for assistance. Take a deep breath up. We're going to open back up, twisting to your right. Soften through the shoulders. Now be mindful of the weight in your feet. We're going to take the weight to the right foot, lifting the left heel up. You can stay here, or we're going to lift the left knee all the way up toward the chest. Keeping that active reach through the fingertips. Inhale, extend the arms, ground down. Think about lifting up higher. And then we're going to float toward 3 on your exhale. So the chest will drop as the leg extends. Keeping the hip grounded, gaze is down. Again, you can use the wall, a chair. You can always bring your hands to heart center for a little bit extra balance and control. Or keep that active extension through the heel, out through the fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Stand back tall, coming to mountain. Strong right leg. Grounding the feet, lengthening the spine. Taking a breath. And out. 2 more. Soften the knees. Inhale to reach the arms up. We're going to exhale, twist. Reaching through. Continue breath. We're trying to keep the hips forward. Active reach through the arm, engaging the upper back. Take your weight to your left foot. Maybe lift the right heel up. You can stay here or start to pull the knee toward the chest. Inhale, extend the arms, take your time, active reach, knee tucks in, engaging the core. And then we're going to float on your exhale into warrior 3, pressing back through the heel as the chest drops down. Again, using a chair, if it's still on the side of the chair, or the wall, hands can come to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Stand up tall, strong left leg, coming into mountain. Take a deep breath, reach up, and a swan dive down. Grab somewhere behind the leg, it doesn't matter where, bending your knees as needed. Draw the body in toward the thighs, chin toward the chest. Lean slightly toward the toes, heavy sinking breath in and out. One more deep breath. Exhale out. Release the bind, halfway lift. Exhale to plank, floor modified. Take a deep breath in, the chaturanga. Big breath up, and exhale back. 3 active breaths, stretching through your downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. We're gonna open up the hips. You're turning away from the body. Bend the knee and revolving your downward dog. You can take your gaze under the right shoulder, opening up the hips. So I'm gonna twist hips, ribs, and we're gonna feel a deep stretch in that left inner thigh. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, square the hips. I'm going to step through to warrior 2, using the core to step through, pivot and open up to warrior 2. Steady breath. And inhale to reverse. You're going to exhale to half moon. So you're going to bring the energy down under the shoulder. Open up the hip, extend the arm. And this is a great place for a block, couch, a coffee table, anything to elevate. Because what we don't want to do is lean forward. So the block would give us that extension to push into. It's bringing the ground up so that we can keep our back flat. So we did this in our beginning practice. In our tabletop, we did that modified half moon. And the focus is opening the chest, engaging the shoulder blades, opening the hip, pressing through, keeping the arms and the leg active. Get one more full breath in. Take your time, bring it back to warrior 2. Grounding the foot, sinking into the pose. Steady breath in and out. Inhale, reach the arms up and bring the hands to your heart center. We're going to start to sink our hips to the left. We're going to push off from the right foot, sinking back into a side lunge. You're going to feel a stretch in the right inner thigh. You go as deep as you can. The heel might lift up some, but we're sinking down. Hands can stay at the heart. We're going to reach through the fingertips. And you can stay here if you want a little more. We're going to bring the right hand down to the mat or a block and open the left arm. So you're going to feel this stretch. So if you're already feeling the stretch, you just stay where you're at. Deep breath. One more in. Exhale to release. Bringing the hands down, straighten through the left leg, turning the toes forward, coming into straddle. Relax the weight down. And you can use the prop to bring yourself up, away from the ground, or bend the knees to take pressure out of the hamstrings and the low back. But we want to start to fold in, just like a forward fold into our straddle, bringing the chest to the thighs, softening the weight of the head, sinking into the stretch. So everything is both pulling in and down at the same time. Soften the face, heavy breath in and out. Two more. Inhale, slowly lift to a half lift. We're going to rotate the right foot forward, coming back to a little lunge, sinking the hips down. Take the weight to the foot, for the hands, stepping the right foot back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Take a deep breath up. And exhale, downward dog. 3 full breaths here. Active stretch. Inhale the left leg high. Open up the hips. You're pressing your chest back, turning the hip away from the body. That's going to let you lift the leg just a little bit higher. Bend the knee, draw the foot toward your back. Option to take the gaze under the left shoulder. Deep breath. Inhale to extend. Exhale, square the hips. I'm going to pull the knee through to warrior 2. Ground down. Open up with breath. Inhale to reverse. Big stretch. Exhale to half moon, using the block or the ground or anything that you have to prop the body up. But it's an opening. We want to open from our shoulder, our hip. You can keep the gaze forward, so to look up, challenging your balance to the fingertips. Full breaths in and out. One more deep breath to move. Take your time coming back to warrior 2. Inhale the arms up. We're going to exhale to heart center. So we're going to push away from our left foot, bringing the weight back. So anytime we're in a side lunge, make sure your weight's going back first. Pushing back through the heel, we're going to sink down. Adjust the foot as necessary, and the heel may lift up. So again, the stretch is coming from the inner thigh. Hands can stay at heart center. We'll actively reach up. If you want a little more stretch, we'll bring the left hand down and twist into the right. Full deep breath. One more breath in. As you exhale, slowly come back to center, and we're going to walk it back to a low lunge, squaring the hips. Take a deep breath in, step back to plank. Breath in to chaturanga. Inhale up, and exhale back. 3 full breaths, active stretch. Relax the weight of your head, tread some water. Press your chest toward your thighs. Press back from your knees, your heels. We're going to bend the knees, look forward. You can step, you can jump. We're going to tuck our feet forward into seated. So anywhere you need to get to your seated position. Lengthening the spine, take a deep breath up. Relax the shoulders. Take a breath and out. So hugging the knees, go inhale, open the heart. As you exhale, we're going to tuck the core into like a cat back, chin to chest. Deep breath up. Exhale back. Inhale up. And exhale back. Last one, deep breath to lengthen. And we're coming to boat. So we're going to lift the feet up, active reach through the arms, shoulders down and back, tucking the thighs toward the chest. You can point or flex. You need a little extra support. Bring the hands behind the knees, kind of like you're holding into the body, but keep lengthening the spine. You can also bring your hands to the ground. 3 deep breaths in and out. Last big breath, open where your body will let you. And exhale, hug the knees back to chest. Take a deep breath up. You're gonna open up the legs, pulling the feet into butterfly. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, hinge forward. Take the stretch where your body will let you, softening the shoulders, gently pressing the elbows into the thighs. Just slowly start to come up, bringing the knees in, using the core. Take a deep breath, and we're gonna roll down, just like that cat back. You can hang onto the knees, the legs as you roll down. And a little more core work. We're tucking from our hips, curling from the spine, activating the core, bringing the chin toward the chest. Slowly in control, roll down to the mat. The shoulder blades hit, extend the arms, press out through the heels, active reach through the fingers and the toes. Big deep breath. Bring your hands down, we'll take the knees to our chest. Pushing the low back into the mat. You can stay neutral, or we can rock side to side, and then little circles. Just being mindful of any tension that might be in the low back, the hips, the glutes. And continuing to keep the face relaxed. Give the effort to the breath. Ground the feet, they're about mat width apart, letting the toes turn out to the side. Still pushing from the pads and the heels of the feet. Active tuck of the tailbone to engage the core and the glutes before we lift up. So we'll take a deep breath in, keeping everything active to support our low back. As you exhale, ground the heels, continue to tuck as you let the hips rise into an open, wide bridge. Keep the shoulders down from the ears, chin to chest, so the neck stays neutral and long. Continue to tuck from the hips as you draw them up toward the ceiling. Active breath. So we should see the diaphragm expand and release. As you inhale, lift a little bit higher. As you exhale, keeping the hips tucked, slowly roll down from the upper back, down through the spine, continuing to tuck, not releasing the low back. Ground the back, and gently bring the knees back to your chest. Stay neutral, rocking side to side. Coming back to breath, being mindful of the shoulders, draw them down and back. So we'll keep the hips squared, drawing the feet down. So the hips, the knees, the feet are stacked. So we'll take option for bridge one more time. Or if you practice wheel, you can take a fuller back bend, and that's going to allow you to expand from your chest and shoulders a little bit more. So tucking, grounding the low back, engaging the glutes, the core. We're going to press the hips up, keeping the spine and the neck neutral, chest and shoulders open. Taking it as high as your body will allow you, holding here. If you want a little bit more arc in your bridge, you can maybe walk the feet in a little bit closer, grounding the balls of the feet, draw the heels up. As the heels go up, maybe extend the hips a little bit higher. If you want to take option for wheel, we're going to bring our hands to each side of the shoulders, fingers toward the shoulders, grounding down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to press up and through. 3 deep breaths in and out. 1 more breath. Slowly start to come down from your wheel or from your bridge. Same, tucking and rolling from the upper back. All about control and activating the muscles. Relax the low back. Gently pull your knees in. Press the back to the mat. In any movement to release pressure. So you're going to counter stretch here for the back and the spine. And we'll take a yoga block. Peace fingers to the big toes. So crunching up, locking the toes. You can do this yoga lock or grab on the outside or inside of the feet. So it's whatever grip feels best for you to open up into happy baby. Once you bind the feet, we're pulling the knees back to your chest, relaxing the shoulders to open the heart, and then turning the feet up toward the ceiling. So we want to actively pull those shoulders down and hug the knees toward the ground while keeping the low back flat. So we want the hips to pull up. We want to actively push down from the low back to keep the spine long. And you can keep your happy baby centered. You can always rock your happy baby side to side. The purpose of that is continuing to push down from the low back. If you want a little more inner thigh stretch, keeping the shoulders back, chest open, start to lengthen the legs. And they don't have to go all the way. Just be mindful of your body. Gently pressing out from the heels and extending the legs as you can. And lengthen through the spine. Relax the shoulders, chin to chest. 3 deep breaths wherever you're at. Think of your exhale as grounding down. So we're taking a breath to make space. As you exhale, allow the shoulders, your legs, your hips to pull down toward the ground. It's like gravity, sink the body down, soften the muscles. Relax the knees, slowly bring them in, relaxing your spine back to the chest. We'll take our left foot down, extend the right leg. We're going to cross the thighs. Taking the right foot over the left. Reach our arms out to a T position. And this is an active reach. Again, shoulders drop, so we're not shrugging up. We're going to lift the hips just an inch. Your hips will go to the right as your knees drop to the left for spinal twist. Soft. Don't just let the legs flop over. Take your time. This is twisting through the spine. This right shoulder is actively pushing down as the knees are falling the opposite direction. Your face can stay neutral, or you can look to your right for a deeper twist. We want soft, relaxing breath. And allowing the body to start to let go and ground down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the head back to neutral. Take your time. You can guide the knees. Slowly bring the knees back up. We're going to center the hips back to neutral. And pull the knees to chest. Relax shoulders. You can roll through the low back. And take the right foot down. Extend the left leg. Cross over the right. Arms back to T, the active reach. Gently press the hips up. We're going to guide the hips to the left slightly. Take your time, dropping the knees to your right. And a slow, gentle twist. Once you ground down, keep your shoulder drop. Relax your head where it feels comfortable. We're breathing into the twist to allow the body to gently pull down and away from itself. Soften the face. Take a deep breath in. Guiding the knees as you need to, head to center. Gently lift the knees back up. And we're going to press down from the low back. Relax your shoulders, lengthen the spine. Soften through the low back. Ground feet down. And tucking the low back. Think about leading out from the heels of your feet to press away from the body. Pressing away, and then allowing those hips, knees, and toes to fall. External rotate. Bring the arms to your side. Relax your shoulders. Chin to chest so the back of the neck is long. We'll close our eyes. Bringing our body into our Shavasana, our final relaxation. Just soften through your forehead, your cheeks and jaw. And a lighter, easy breath, pulling in and out. And allow your body the time to be still, to melt down. Allow your thoughts to be lighter, softer, positive, encouraging, uplifting. Each exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the breath, into the ground. And slowly start to bring movement, energy back into the body. Actively stretch, reach. And we'll turn to one side, whatever's comfortable for you. Relaxing the weight of the head, the arms, the legs back down. Taking a little fuller breath to bring more oxygen back in. And as you're ready, we'll slowly start to press up. Coming into a comfortable seated position. Take your time here. Again, whatever is comfortable for you to sit. Lengthen with the breath. Relax your shoulders, your hips, knees, and hands. And slowly bring our hands to our heart center. And then thumbs to the third eye. And together with respect. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat for some yoga flow. If you have any questions, you can comment on the video. I'm definitely happy to help. And if you have any suggestions or yoga flows or poses that you would like to add into your practice, I would love to do that as well. So just send us an email or send us a message, a comment, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you all for joining me, and I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.